My name is Jake Kennamer. I operate Uncharted Fishing, LLC. I guide on Lake Travis, Lake LBJ, and Ladybird Lake. And upon request, I can do Decker Lake, Lake Bastrop, and Lake Fayette as well. I've been fishing for about 8 or 10 years, ever since college. Started getting serious about it, midway through college. And, I've had my guide service now for about 3 years. So it's been a lot of fun. I know people that come out on my trips have a lot of fun, and that's really rewarding because I always hate to hear about people having a tough day of fishing or when they're not biting that great. It never makes them remember that story. So you always want to have something memorable when you're in the outdoors. Catch a big fish or get your first bite or catch them on a new lure, something like that. I really like that, and that's something that I really value about this job. I offer largemouth bass trips, so we do catch and release trips for largemouth bass. I do allow clients to keep fish occasionally if they would like to clean them, but we typically don't offer a cleaning service for largemouth. It's really just a catch and release sport fishing charter. Basically largemouth Guadalupe bass can be expected on my trips. There's a lot of good quality population of fish in this lake here and all of our lakes around Central Texas. So my trips are unique because I like to focus on getting the customer the premier cast, the premier spot, getting that first cast into the juice, what we call it, where you would expect to get a bite. So I like all my clients to be the first time getting in that good cast. So I'm not going to be up here front seating you. You're not going to see me catching a bunch of fish. So I really like to focus on education and coaching and making sure my clients are learning the most that they can. We're not out here just wetting the line. We're trying to learn something, and something you could take home and apply to your fishing. Even if you don't fish here at the same lake, there's always a new bait or a new type of presentation or something that you can learn and take home to wherever you fish. What it's like when I put somebody on a fish, that is a great feeling. That's what guides live for. That's what we come out here trying to do. Seeing somebody's eyes light up when they get that first bite, it's just awesome. It brings me back to when I used to catch fish as a kid, and brings back some of that excitement, and lets you know that people are out here wanting to learn new stuff and catch these fish. And it should be taught. You shouldn't have to hide that. It's not a big secret. I think a lot of guides are genuinely, honestly trying to show their best stuff and their best secrets, and that's what we try to do, is we try to show people something that they may not have thought about before. The whole thing that I have to offer is I've been out here for 10 years learning what works and what doesn't work. So seeing somebody figure out that something works when they may not have thought that they would have thrown that lure is always a great feeling. My best memory as a guide, I had a 15-year-old kid, his name was Kenny, came out here with his dad, and this kid loved fishing. He was telling his dad about all these fishing stories, about when he fishes at home and how they eat the lures and stuff. And he caught a 5.5 pounder on a crankbait, which was a bait that he had no confidence in before. So not only did we give him a lot of confidence, caught his new personal best. It was the biggest bass of his life, 5.5 pounder. There was a lot of yelling and hugging and a lot of excitement, and sat there and had a photo shoot for 10 minutes with the fish, and got to watch it swim away, and knowing that somebody else will catch that fish down the road. So that's really exciting. Knowing that memory is going to have a lasting effect on that kid, and he's going to be into fishing for a long time after that. So if I had one more cast to throw in my life, I would probably throw a topwater frog at Lake LBJ. It's just something I've caught a ton of big fish on. It's a popular bait for that lake. It brings back good memories throwing a frog on LBJ. I've had a few critical tournament fish caught on the frog that have definitely made me some money. So and it's just not a more fun way to catch them, in my opinion. My name is Jake Kennamer. I operate Uncharted Fishing, LLC, and you can find me on Captain Experiences.